everybody. I'm John Curry with Realty World Curry Properties, and I have got the lovely Karly Patterson here, Rockstar agent, who is one of our top dogs, right?
Sure.
Okay, good.
Whatever
Welcome.
you say.
Welcome. And we're just going to kind of ask you some personal questions. We're going to
Okay.
dive into your personal life.
Perfect.
I'm kidding. Okay. No, but seriously, you've been in real estate for how many years?
6 years.
6 years.
hmm
Cool. How long you been working with us here?
5 years.
5. Okay, good. Perfect. That's great. And time flies.
hmm
Seems like you've been here a long time, but then also it seems like it was yesterday.
Feels like a long time.
Okay. What is one of the funniest, most awkward things that's happened to you while showing property?
So I have so many stories, and I wish I could think of like a really good one, but I think one of the funniest ones is I was showing a property. I have an approved showing request, vacant property. I have my clients with me. I open the door, get the lockbox open, open the door. I always announce myself, right? You always want to make sure hey, I'm Karly Patterson. I'm here for my showing. I don't care if it's vacant or whatever, because
I do the same
it
thing.
always happens.
Yeah.
So I open the door, it's dark, and I go, I'm Karly Patterson. I'm here for my showing. My clients walk in behind me, and it's dark. And I'm like trying to find the lights, and I find a light, and I see the TV is on in the living room. And I'm like, hello, just making sure, anybody here? And I walk a few more steps, and I see somebody is sleeping on the couch.
Oh.
And I go, okay, we're gonna leave now. And I kind of like back it up.
What you know you're supposed to wake the person up.
Well, I didn't.
Okay.
So I backed him out, closed the door, locked the door, and I called the listing agent and I said, hey, just letting you guys know there's somebody sleeping on the couch in your condo. And he goes, that can't be right. Are you in the right condo? I said, well, yeah, I had the key. So it's the right place. And he called the owner, and he called me back and he said, oh, that's just a handyman. He's there fixing the mailbox. I'm like, well,
okay.
he was sleeping on the job because
Yes.
I was like, the mailbox was there. It was fine. So I said, all right, well, just let me know when it's clear for me to go back. And he called me. He's like, oh, he's there. You go ahead. Okay. So I went back and I said, hi, I'm Karly. I'm here for my showing. And he goes, oh, yeah, I'm just here to fix the mailbox. I was like,
okay,
but you were asleep 5 minutes ago. So yeah, it was very awkward. We toured the property very quickly, didn't make an offer, didn't go anywhere.
Yeah, it was weird, right? Yeah.
It was very weird.
So I guess the moral of the story is hire somebody by the job, not by the hour.
Right. Yeah.
Then
and maybe, somebody's had a little more sleep the night before.
Yeah, milking the clock and sleeping on the job.
Yeah.
Let's see what else. How has being an agent helped you grow as a person? How's the business affected your personal life, I guess?
So, I think one of the biggest things is since I've transitioned into real estate, out of human resources, out of a corporate job into a more independent contractor role, I've had to learn how to like firefight a little better, think faster on my toes, but also like calmly, you have to be very calm and just not show that you're super stressed out, just relax and let things happen.
Internalize it first, maybe.
Think about it.
Right.
Maybe, and like, I think you taught me this, or maybe another agent said, you get a text from a client, don't feed the pigeons.
Right.
Right? I think I was talking to another agent today about it. Just let it go, right? Like, you don't have to jump on everything right away.
Yeah.
So
process it before you react.
Right. So I've done that a lot better, where I used to like jump on everything and like have to fix it and call everybody and, run around like with my hair on fire.
Right.
I like take a breath. I let them, sometimes it just works itself out, right?
It does.
It usually does.
Yeah.
So, that has transitioned into my personal life with my, my parenting skills and my, wife skills and everything else. So I just kind of like, I guess I'm more relaxed. I don't know.
I think you are.
Yeah. I think so.
But can we still get a rise out of you?
For sure.
Okay, good. We want to make sure that all the personality hasn't gone away.
It hasn't gone away.
And we can still poke and prod and get the reactions we're looking for. Right.
But yeah, you just learn how to like just let it go and like let it work itself out. And
The other thing too is also in the middle of a transaction, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's things that can help you with that, right? Like what? Like you can hire a person to
like a coordinator,
like a
or
TC,
an
right?
assistant,
like a transaction coordinator.
Yes,
yeah, right.
I guess it's also it's helped me do that too, like let go a little bit.
Yeah,
like I do have a TC now. I have an assistant. I have somebody that I can delegation.
Yes.
Delegations. That's
I like
probably
that word.
that. I'm gonna go back. That's probably the first thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Delegate.
Delegation. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. And then like a lot of times, when something happens and it goes awry, by the time you get to it, the
Hmm.
problem has been solved.
Right.
A lot of
Yeah.
times, right?
Hmm.
So good. Awesome. So what attracted you to become a real estate agent and get out of HR? Because you're in a pretty good position. You had a great job.
Hmm.
You had a lot of people reporting to you, right?
Yeah.
And you were really good at it, I think. I could
I
tell by the way that you
I thought
handle
so.
certain
Yeah.
situations.
I mean, I loved the job. I loved my company. I loved every job I've ever had. Really, I've worked for really awesome people, great companies with great missions and visions and things like that. But what I think I really wanted and what was best for me was the ability to have like my own mission and vision, right? I work my ass off. I work hard. I'm not saying I work 70 hours a week, but I work hard when I work. And so for me, I was working so hard for somebody else's vision and mission, right? Like I work for you still. Like I still work for John Curry under your house, under your roof, but this is my business, right?
It is, and that's the
So,
most important thing is
right,
we provide a conduit
right,
for you to be an entrepreneur
right,
and to run your own independent business.
right. And that's what I needed.
Right.
That's how I thrive. Like I loved working for, the Simons who I used to work for and all these great people that I've worked for and Christopher Burton and all these people, but I I have to work for me,
Right. Right.
and I have the earning potential as well. Because I can work 70 hours a week in a corporate job and I'm getting paid the same amount of money.
Right.
You don't get overtime, you don't get bonuses. I mean, you do, but not really.
We in real estate we call it glass ceilings, right?
Right.
So basically it just goes
Yeah.
goes and goes and goes.
Right. So I mean, I just have the all sales, but specifically real estate sales, you have no cap, right? So I have the ability to earn as much or as little as I want. I work as hard or as little as I want. I set my own schedule. I mean, our clients kind of set our schedule, but
Yeah.
we set our schedules to an
Yeah.
extent. We have flexibility. I can jump on a plane for 4 days and go to Nashville, and I have somebody else who can help me out. I can't. I have unlimited PTO. You know what I mean? Like so.
Right. Right.
It's my business now.
Right.
So that's what I needed. That's where I'm thriving.
And I knew when we first met within the first week, I said to myself, Karly is a top producer. She just doesn't know yet. Right. So I always knew that you were, and I knew that, and I think there's a future, right? I think for your business, I see you as team leader, your own broker, running your own business, so that's the one thing that we like to do here is that we turn agents into team leaders and team leaders into independent brokers, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's what the Realty World model does is it allows people to grow with no restrictions, right? We just like to, sometimes we call it like we've got some guardrails up,
Right.
but you guys can drive as fast as you want. And if you want to smash into that thing, go back left and right and everything, you do whatever you want to do. We just try to keep you guys from falling off the cliff,
Right.
That's
Yeah.
it. But so what are one or two secrets to a faster, successful sale besides the almighty price? We know price sells, but you have been so successful
Mm-hmm.
over and over, and I just look at the way that you do things, and you are not somebody who's just always focused on price. What do you do to make sales?
Yeah. So I'm also very conservative on price too. So like that's one of my things. But if it's not price, it's product, right?
Right.
So my biggest thing is, and I mean, I hope everybody's number one is professional photography, right?
Right.
And then staging or virtual staging, some sort of, because the only way people are going to go into your property or you view your property is if they like it online, right? The first impression, the pictures. I was looking at $1 million property the other day that had iPhone pictures.
Ridiculous.
Like a dirty, disgusting laundry room photo.
Terrible.
$1 million.
And
in
even
your-
if you do get
Yeah.
professional
Yeah.
photographs, some people think that they're professional photographs because somebody that shows up and says they're a professional
Right.
photographer,
Yeah.
but they don't actually have
Quality. Yeah.
they don't have the experience, if
Right.
you will,
Yeah.
to make the product shine.
Right.
So
So-
so what else do you do?
So professional photos, virtual staging, in-person staging. I go in and I make sure that, the walls are painted and clean. The house is professionally cleaned because you can see the dirt in the photos, right?
Right.
I recommend upgrades where needed, if needed.
Yeah.
I don't always, I'm not going to tell somebody to renovate their kitchen. It's not going to come out, right?
But there are specific things. What are your things? 'Cause
So,
I have something that I like.
yeah. So I know what yours is.
Okay.
Yours is garage floors.
Yes.
Yes. You think that's going to sell the house, which it might.
Yeah.
It could.
Like
It could.
the cabinets are falling off the wall in the kitchen.
But the garage is epoxy coated,
Perfect.
fresh, and you can smell it when you show the.
Exactly.
So like painting the cabinets, painting the walls, like I said, maybe the carpets are kind of pulling up in the bedroom, do some new carpet,
Right.
just making the house as appealing as possible, specifically online, because nobody's going to go look at an ugly house, right? I mean, they might, but getting somebody into the house is what you want. You want more
Exactly.
feet into the door, right?
Right.
That's all you want. And I think also, I mean, open houses, like that's my
Yeah.
biggest
Open
thing.
houses are good. Getting
Getting
people in.
people in the house,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's where you meet a lot of people as well
Yeah.
too, right?
Yeah.
I actually I'm really big into like caulk and paint, right? So
Hmm.
like you open the shower door and you like see like the mold on the caulk around the tile. It's
Hmm.
like, ugh, you know what I mean? So for me, it's like cleanliness is a really big thing, right?
Yeah.
So you can clean a house, and then there's things that you can do to enhance the cleanliness, like recaulk the shower, change out a door handle that's maybe kind of worn, if you will, or something
Hmm.
like that. So all the things that people touch needs to be sanitary and clean.
Yeah,
But
for sure.
so you would suggest that before somebody dropped the price of a house that they would make sure that the house is
100%.
yeah
Yeah, like I've gone in and pulled something off the market and relisted it with new photos, staged,
yeah.
and it sells in a week. It's all about the appearance
And one
first.
thing I know about Carly is she takes a proactive approach. So you don't let it just sit there, right, and wait.
No.
After if a week goes by and nothing happens, you're either you're doing something, you're adding mulch, or
Yeah.
you're doing you're
Raking the grass. Like, what do I need to do? Yeah.
yeah, what is it?
Yeah.
And action equals reaction, right?
Right.
So, you know what, Carly, you've been really successful. I know that you've helped a tremendous amount of people in our office. You always share your knowledge with other people. I know I've seen you having coffee and lunch and talking to people in the office and offering your advice and because that's the type of person that you are. Is you're very non-selfish. You're very helpful. I believe that's one of the reasons why you're successful and you've got an awesome family and we love having you here. So thanks again for being here and we hope to have you here another 5, 10, 15 years.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yes.